And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ready Play Go. I'm just getting things sorted there. The place where streamers, weirdos, and nerds get together and play TTRPGs. We are back for episode. Is it unlucky episode 13? It could be.
Lucky.
We don't know. Well, I do. But yes, we're back for episode 13. Last episode we had quite a few revelations and situations occur. Mainly with Andrea, who saw some shit, dealt with some shit, and now we're back to see the consequences of that shit. But we are here with our full cast once again of Dr. Ryan, Avery Connors, Outermost Ghost, and Haberdactor. I am Game Mother, Chris is C90, and we're all glad to see everybody back. The response to the game has actually been really, really awesome. Occasionally getting nice messages of people enjoying it, which is the most important thing. But yeah,
Yep.
everything seems to be going it's probably actually gone better than what I had originally imagined it going. Like the fact that we're at episode 13 and like part of me was thinking, we'll get to like episode 12 or something like that, maybe before that, and things will start to peter out and within it. But here we are, episode 13, and the end does not look quite so close as to yet, which is always a good thing, I guess. But anyway, into formalities, a quick disclaimer on tonight's game. Our Alien game is intended for those 18 and over. With both action and horror vibes, the game is intended to play into character fears. This may invoke anxiety. We have ground rules set up that all players agree to, but if anything within the game causes distress, then please stop watching. We understand that the game may not be for everyone, and your support in any capacity is always appreciated. But with that, get comfortable. Make sure you've got your snacks and drinks at the ready as we jump into tonight's episode of Alien Entrapment. Okay, we are back. Picking up from last episode, we find ourselves currently in the shower room of Carrigan and Andrea's bunk room. Andrea, you currently, while in the corner of this shower, see in front of you a familiar face. One that instills fear, hatred, there's a whiff of cologne that just fills your senses as your body begins to ache in reaction. As you stare back at this face, they begin to step towards you.
May I punch them?
If you wish, you can.
What do I need to roll?
I think it would just be a close combat.
Okay, I don't have any points in that, so it's just gonna be strength. Do I have any like detractions for this, or is this just a straight roll?
No, I will say you would get a +1 because you are taking this by surprise with this immediate lash out.
Okay. 2 successes, 2 panic.
Okay, roll your panic.
Yay! Scream.
Okay.
Oh, my distress level's decreased by 1. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Carrigan.
Uh-huh.
As you are sitting in the shower room, kind of just looking at your data link, doing your own things, you sense Andrea kind of jerk to attention as if she's just immediately awoken. As you look at her, I need you to make an agility roll.
Okay. I'm gonna push that shit. I got a success.
Okay. Hold on, but she did get 2 successes. As you kind of look at Andrea, without warning, she just swings at you. And your training has gave you some advantage in being able to block the blow, but you're only able to parry it so much as a lesser connection does impact. I would say more. You're able.
I'm aware of the punch coming and I'm ready, but she still punches me.
Yeah, you're able to kind of take the majority of this blow, but it still clocks you. And before you can react to that, I need you to make a panic roll.
Yeah, because of the scream. That's exactly what I was going to ask about. I'm fine.
You are fine, but Andrea lets out this terrifying scream, and it rings all the way through this small room, and Joshua, you said you were in your bunk, weren't you? Because you had left after waiting to see if everything was fine. So you being in your bunk would hear this curdling scream from across the hall.
Run over, go over and figure out what's going on. I was going to bed, so I'm showing up with a pair of shorts. That's about it.
as you turn the corner, you see Carrigan with a very distinct red mark on the side of her face with just a screaming Andrea. Before you can react to that, though, Andrea, this figure seems to laugh at your attempts of fighting them off as they continue to press towards you, as their stature now begins to fill the shower cubicle that you are currently sitting in the corner of.
Is there a way that I can escape?
You can give me a mobility roll to see if you can try and get away.
Panic!
You do get one success.
Well,
there
hey!
you go. That's what you wanted.
What do we do?
Okay. As this figure begins to press into your space, while you let out this scream, you just, with all your strength and might, shove by and just take off running. Carrigan and Joshua.
Panic rolls.
Yes.
Where is my... I hate how it goes away all the time. There it is.
Okay. In an instant before you can even consider what is happening, Andrea gives out another scream and just Carrigan, she basically almost like a face palm just pushes by you and just takes off into...
Can I do an observation roll to see if I am aware that she is like asleep? You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you my argument for it. As a parent of a child that has night terrors, my child will sometimes, eyes open, be talking and saying things and being wild. And after many years of experiencing this with him, I can tell when he's asleep.
I'm going to step in here and say, yes, this aspect of character is based on my reaction to night terror.
Well, the counter argument to that would be, would Carrigan be in the position that experience would give her knowledge whether or not Andrea specifically is capable of this?
My counter argument for that would be military service and seeing possibly other people go through it and be able to be like, is she mad at me and screaming at me, or is this something else?
Well, how about this? We'll do a D20, 1 to 10. You have the experience to know that this is what it is.
I got a nat 20.
Okay, so 11 to 20 would be. Wait, what was that? 1 to 10? Was that
I don't.
So you don't know? Yeah. So I would say in this one, with everything just going on, you probably wouldn't even have had a chance to have looked enough.
Okay.
With just the fact that this is a flea right out the door. So I would say at this instant, you wouldn't know, but I wouldn't say that you'll never know if you can get the time to. But at this moment, Andrea has just taken off. And both of you are just left, there in the moment as the emotion kind of wells up but then subsides almost immediately as you're able to focus in.
Just look at Carrigan and be like, so do we chase her or let her run it out like a toddler?
I am honestly inclined to let her run it out and maybe keep an eye on her from a distance. I don't want to chase her down. I don't think,
So late evening jog.
Sure.
Okay. Now proceed to jog after Andrea.
Okay. Andrea, you are looking at trying to get away from this figure. As you begin taking off, the corridor seems to shift. It expands, gets longer, as it feels like this never-ending run.
Oh.
But as you continue to run with everything you have, at the end of this corridor, you do see a door.
Go for the door.
Okay. Tavin. As you are on the bridge, you hear a commotion because it's a metal ship. You can hear running. Your ears are trained to hear the differences in this ship. As you look to the screen that has the limited cameras that you have, one particular camera shows a fully sprinting Andrea, and it takes you a split second to realize she is currently making headway to the hangar bay door.
As in the door into the hangar bay or the door out of the ship?
The door to space.
Okay. And this is through a shitty fucking security camera. I'm gonna get up and start making my way towards the hangar.
Okay. Joshua and Carrigan, as you both are jogging to keep eyes on Andrea, you see her make a dash to the right and enter into the hangar bay as she continues to sprint away from you.
Just look over at Carrigan and just be like, fuck, and run.
Yeah. Just a fuck.
Okay. Andrea.
I'm also like to shout out hey Em. Probably not doing anything. I don't know if you want me to roll anything for that.
Oh, was it just
but
hey
shout
Em?
it out. Yeah.
No, Andrea, can you roll? I need you to roll a d20 and you need anything over 11.
Okay.
She will, be.
I got it.
Yeah. I was gonna say you were gonna get a 2 or a nat 1, but
Andrea.
Yeah.
Do you hear someone call out to you? And it sounds familiar. But as you turn, all you see is this figure gaining on you. And you are slowly getting closer to this door.
Go for the door.
Okay, you continue to go for the door. Carrigan, Andrea looks back at you as you say that, but all you see in her eyes are terror and fear as she turns and almost seems to get faster, stepping into another gear as she takes off.
I mean, if I can, I want to try and run and fucking tackle her ass at this point.
Okay. I would say both give me mobility rolls.
Okay.
Fucking mobility.
I'm gonna probably wait.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I got confused
Yeah.
for a moment. There you go. I panicked.
Okay.
I scream.
Carrigan,
Jeez.
you also seem to find this second gear as you finally see what Andrea is going towards. And you are able to get up almost beside, but take a leap as you attempt to wrap your arms around Andrea. She's able to fight off slightly, but in a last ditch, you wrap around her ankles and pull her to the floor as she lets out another terrifying scream, which I need you to roll a panic roll. Joshua, you are also in earshot and would hear this.
I'm still fine.
Still fine.
Fucking nerves of steel.
Clutch.
Joshua, you see you see Carrigan make this end of the fourth quarter just perfectly timed last ditch winning game tackle as Andrea gets taken down to the ground as she lets out this scream. Andrea, as you are running for this door, you take one last glance behind you as this figure just smothers you, pulls you to the ground, and you begin to feel this pressing on your chest. Your wrists are pushed to the ground. Nothing that you can do can shake this figure off of you.
Oh, okay. I can't do anything.
Well, I will say that your first attempt of kind of trying to wriggle through from that mobility roll doesn't seem to do anything for you, but now you are currently just being held down.
Oh, I will try to get out then, if I can.
Okay. Give me a strength roll.
Okay.
And Carrigan, give me a competing strength roll.
Panic.
Okay. Carrigan, with a strength that you never knew existed within such a small statured person, Andrea seems to just free herself from your grasp as she kind of pushes you off and pulls herself away from you and kind of sits staring at you with her back to the escape door.
I would like to okay. What I would like to be happening, if it's possible, is like while doing this, taking her down, being like, help, 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 help. And then when she breaks out, I want to be like, Emma.
I will say at this point, Joshua, you would have caught up. And
Okay.
you will be behind Carrigan as Andrea has kind of scampered with her back to the door. Tavin, you will just be making it, you're getting into the hangar at this point. So, Andrea, as you pull yourself away from this figure, you pull yourself backwards as they let out this ominous laugh that resonates through your entire body. As you are getting ready to take off again, through this laugh, you just hear a familiar voice say, Emma.
Do I need to roll anything?
Roll me a d20 again.
Okay. About 4.
Okay. As this voice comes through, the laugh begins to drown it out.
Can I go anywhere up? Or is the door the only way?
Well, give me an observation roll.
One success and 2 panic.
Okay.
I scream again.
As you begin to frantically look for an escape, you look up and it's just ceiling. There's nothing above you. As you turn around to the door is no longer there. It's just the end of a corridor. And as you turn back, the figure is just slowly coming towards you as you let out a deafening scream.
Everybody.
All 3 of you need to make a panic roll.
I'm fine.
Yep. All 3 are good. The scream almost hurts your ears within this hangar as it echoes throughout and vibrates through the floor and the walls and anything else that's in here. But at the moment, Andrea just has her eyes locked on Carrigan as she looks terrified and begins to look around as if looking for an escape.
With her being so focused on Carrigan, can Joshua dash ahead and just like wrap her up in a hug? Like do like the like if your kid is like freaking out and you just walk up and you grab them, that's what Joshua wants to do, is just kind of like dash up and just like give her like a big old dad hug.
Okay. I will say give me a strength, but Andrea, you will be able to combat it with agility to see if you can escape, as while you are looking at this figure slowly coming towards you, all of a sudden morph into 2.
Did I get a bonus die because she's distracted?
She is focused on me.
Yeah, I'll give you 1.
Sweet. +1.
Okay.
1 success.
I accidentally hit cancel. I apologize.
Fucking.
3 success.
She feels more slippier.
I'm sorry, I'm the problem.
Joshua,
At least now I don't have to bite you.
as you kind of try and sneak around the side, you wrap your arms around Andrea to try and just hold her there. But before you know it, you are literally just wrapped around yourself as Andrea pops up about 6 feet away from you, as she now begins to rapidly go between both of you Tavin, what are you doing in this instance as you begin to approach this?
I'm very confused. All I saw was her scream. I walked in and she screamed, which made me fucking panic. And Joshua tried to tackle her. Can I try and yell out in a commanding voice? Okay, I'm trying to use my command ability to get her to calm down, because that's a thing you can do, is try and stop panics with command.
Well, what is the actual wording? Because this is the thing. This is not a rolled panic.
When another character makes a panic roll and loses control, you can make a command roll to return them to their senses.
Okay. The thing with that is this is not a panic roll effect. This is
Yeah,
reality or
something
reality. Yeah.
else. I have no fucking clue what to do then. Tavin's gonna stand there confused. He doesn't know what's even going on.
Like,
I guess I'll just ask out loud, what the fuck is going on?
I will reply, I don't fucking know.
Okay, well, I can guess that we're trying to stop Andrea from moving around. We're in the hangar bay, and I have a talent called Hidden Stash, where I can basically just pull an item out of my ass at the discretion of you. Can I find, like, some rope and try and wrap her in rope, I guess? I'm not strong, so...
he's gonna counter.
I will allow that you are able to find rope within the hangar bay. Now, what would this be though?
That's ranged combat.
Yeah.
Well, that's if you're trying to lasso, then I would consider it as ranged combat. But if you're actively
I would try
approaching to,
I would try and throw it around her, because I'm pretty sure Andrea's stronger than Tavin, so...
okay, well, it will be a ranged combat versus agility again.
Alright. 2 successes.
I panic.
Okay, give me your panic. Okay,
I'm good.
Andrea, while you are sitting in this corridor, 2 figures approaching. The one in the middle morphs again, and you now have 3 figures slowly stepping towards you. Without warning, the one on the left bounds you up, and you feel this constriction as you begin to feel powerless. Any struggle that you try and do almost makes these bindings tighter as you slowly succumb to the realization that you cannot run any longer.
Okay.
You're up, Carrigan.
Okay. So the situation is she is restrained? Is that
She is currently restrained with a rope.
all right? I would like to grab her by the shoulders and start shaking the shit out of her. And just be like,
Okay.
Hmm.
Andrea, give me
Yeah.
another D20 roll, please.
Okay. $12.
Okay. As you lie there, motionless, the three figures begin to fully engulf your surrounding. You can feel your heart begin to beat harder and faster as this suffocation begins to envelop you. Then, almost like a disembodied voice, you just hear Emma, Emma. And you begin to hear the voice of Carrigan pull through this suffocation as you are almost thrust back into this light and find yourself on the ground with a Carrigan shaking your shoulders as you come to. Carrigan, I will say that at that moment, you do see what appears to be like that light return to Andrea's kind of eyes as she appears to finally be present.
This isn't the bathroom.
nope. Yeah. What? Of course it's not the bathroom. What was that?
What was what?
Screaming, punching people in the face, running to open a ship door out into the vastness of space.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
That
look.
wasn't what my experience was, but good to know.
Gonna look at the doctor and be like, it wasn't her experience, sweet.
I mean, okay. Does that not? Joshua's gonna stop. Be like, walk over, bend down, and be like, "Hey, Andrea,
Yeah.
were you when I left? You said you were gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Did you go to bed?
She slept in
Hey.
the shower.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next thing you remember is Carrigan holding you.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to explain to me what happened in the in-between? What the experience was?
Do I have to?
You don't have to, but it would help us help you. Help me help you. Help me help you.
I'll look around and see Tavin's there too. Oh.
Tavin, holding the rope that is securing you, just by the way.
Oh. That must have been terrifying. I'm sorry.
Be shit. And Carrigan's just gonna get up and just gonna be like, I can't. You got her? Do you have her? You got her?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk past Tavin, and I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna clap a hand on her shoulder and just be like, that was really great. Thank you. And then I'm gonna go.
Oh.
With my past and having grown up around what I've grown up around, would I be able to know if she was like, if that's would have been like drug withdrawals or like what that might have been?
I would say that this didn't seem like drug or just drug withdrawals. Drug withdrawals is usually shaking, hot, then cold, shivering, then sweating, sleeping a lot, not sleeping. This was something entirely different.
Okay. I'm gonna loosen the rope around Andrea because it seems like she's calmed down. And say, and then I will like get close to her and be like, "What the fuck was that, Andrea? You almost just shot yourself out of the ship."
I think it's more concerning that it probably would have caused all of your deaths as well, and I do apologize for that.
Is she sitting on the ground?
Yeah.
I'm gonna, like, as Tavin's talking to her, I'm gonna, like, sit down next to her.
I'm gonna have to apologize to Carrigan.
I feel like you should maybe focus on yourself at this moment.
I'm fine right now. I just had a problem.
Have a problem. Had an episode.
Fair. It is in connection to what I sent to you, Joshua, and I would not like to discuss it.
Yeah, yeah. That figured that's part of your history. But we're more concerned with why you couldn't recognize us
I
trying to
wasn't
help you.
awake, I don't think.
Ah, there it is. So my official diagnosis is sleepwalking with night terrors.
Oh, I was hoping for insanity.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, Tavin, you're handy with a rope.
It was lucky.
Right.
Just grabbed what I saw.
So,
do these happen a lot, Andrea? Because I mean, we've been on
Not
this
in
ship for
a while
couple months
until
and
today.
okay. Do you think they're gonna be happening? Do I need to be locking down the ship when you go to sleep?
I don't know. Probably not.
I'm not a doctor, so I
We
will
can
let you
defer to
speak.
Joshua then.
I was gonna say I will let you speak to Joshua as a medical professional,
Just play one on TV.
and
What?
I don't. I'm
You
just.
went on TV?
I guess let me know if that's gonna happen again.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll give you a heads up.
And I will let you two deal with this, and I will start making my way out because it seems like she doesn't want to talk about it, and I'm not a doctor.
So when Tavin leaves, I'm gonna like undo the rope and just gonna sit down next to her and be like, "So you've been through a lot."
I assume we all have.
Mm-hmm. And is this the first time you've had an episode like this, or is this something, or is this why you take the drugs?
They initially prescribed sedatives, but I got too drowsy during the daytime, so switched.
Makes sense. So I assume at some point when we were trying to help you, you were hallucinating or whatnot.
I was asleep.
Right. Okay. So here's the question. Do we need to watch over you while you sleep so you don't that? Or do you need me to read you a bedtime story so you don't do that?
From what the doctors used to say, it was just the screaming that disturbed the other patients.
Okay, were these corporate doctors? Because they're hacks and I don't trust what they say.
I don't know.
Okay.
So, I know Carrigan was in the room with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's entirely plausible that I mistook her for someone else. I just need to be somewhere that there's not another person visible, that's all.
So you need to. I got it. Okay, come with me. I'm gonna like grab her by the hand.
Just go.
I'm gonna walk her down the. just big Joshua's got the hand under her, walking her down to the bedroom.
Okay.
Get in bed.
Andrea sent
Yeah.
you a message.
I know. Hold on one sec. Trying to remember. Just do it. There you go.
Okay. As Joshua removes the rope and grabs you by the hand,
Remember, I have calming presence.
this welling within your stomach begins to bubble. But you're able to breathe through it. Joshua, you will notice Andrea almost in like breathing exercise kind of routine of just breathing.
In 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're
Hold
gonna
1.
keep walking her down to the bunk room. And then when we get to the bunk, I'm gonna be like, okay, get in bed. I'm gonna make it
Don't
so you
like
can't.
bed.
I'm gonna trust me on this. I'm gonna make it so like you can't see nobody. Nobody's gonna be
There's
around.
already sheet in place. Kerrigan did that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like.
No. I'm gonna do what I would do for my daughter when she would have nightmares.
I don't want to be in the bed.
Okay, do you want to be under the bed?
No, I don't want to be in this area. I can
Okay.
handle myself. Just let me. Not a child.
Okay, well, I didn't say you were a child. I don't say I'm trying to help you like I would help my daughter when she would
know.
have issues. If I thought you were a child, I'd tell you to get your ass in bed and stop fucking around because dad's got to sleep for work. I'm not
Just
saying
go to
that.
sleep. It's fine. I'll handle it.
Look, I can understand you can handle it, but I'm just trying to help you out and be a friend because I'm worried about you.
I appreciate that. I'm sorry.
Trauma, it's a thing. I get it. I see it all the
been
time.
around corporate people not supposed to acknowledge things.
Not asking you to acknowledge anything. I'm trying to help you get a good night's sleep.
Okay? We'll do it your way.
Thank you. So I'm gonna there's like a sheet up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna find whatever blankets and pillows that are around. And when she gets in, I'm gonna tuck them in around her like a bird's nest. Kind of make a little comfy little nest area. And then I am going to take a marker and a pillow, and I'm drawing a smiley face on it and some arms. And I'm gonna sneak it around the corner of the sheet. And
But by the way, the laughing is canon. She sees you doing this.
Yeah, I know. We're like, all right, this. Okay, well, let me put this. How can I put this? This. I haven't had to do this in years. I'm rusty. This is your sleeping buddy. That's the word I'm looking for. This is your sleeping buddy. So he is here to ward off any bad dreams or any monsters that come in your dreams. So his job or her job or its job or whatever identifier it uses, you'll have to ask them, will be to watch over you while you sleep. They'll stay awake, you sleep, and then when you awake, he sleeps. You help out. Trust me, it works. I'm a dad. It works 100%.
Oh, when I was scared as a kid, my dad would just put me in the vent and I would sleep there.
Well, that's one way to parent. It's not a good way, but I guess that's a way to do
It was
it.
tight and cozy.
That's why I made a nest. I figured that's why I made the nest. I figured you'd like a nest. So you got your pillow buddy, your sleeping buddy. You're now tucked in. I'll be right back.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna go find a flashlight. And I'm gonna really fast draw a bunch of stars and shit. And I'm gonna put the flashlight on top of the bunk, and I'm gonna hang the star sheet underneath and turn on the flashlight. Be like, now, you get your sleeping buddy, and you can see the stars. Should be good to go. I'm gonna tuck her in, and I'm just gonna put my hand on her forehead,
all
gentle.
No.
in a very like
I'll bite
kind of
you.
like you're trying to pet a tiger, just like you can go to sleep now. And I'm gonna be like, "Good night, Andrea," and I'm gonna walk out. And I'm gonna look at Carrigan and go,
Carrigan isn't there.
I'm not there.
Once you leave, where are you headed?
out in the hall just to kind of like sit by the door in case she decides to rabbit again.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to kind of just put yourself outside. How long will you be standing there?
Oh, I'm at least an hour. I know how this goes.
Okay. Well, during that, we will switch over to Carrigan. We find you in the mess hall, having found Joshua's stash. You are currently
Puffing whiskey.
sitting at the table with the open bottle of whiskey, a glass poured, while you just sit there smelling it.
Just
How long would you say you'd be?
smelling the whiskey, just like a good couple of minutes, good couple of sniffs. I'll probably get my lighter out and fidget with it a little bit since I took 3 fucking stress during all of that. At least I can get it down to 2. And then I think I'll probably look around in there and see if there's anything chocolate in here.
Give me an observation.
Ooh, fucking panic. Do I have to roll on the panic? I have to roll on that, right?
Yep.
I'm fine.
Okay. As you begin foraging for anything chocolate, you begin to feel slightly panicked as you just can't find anything that will quench that desire until you open one specific. It's a kind of almost an out of the way drawer, and you are able to find what looks to be a stash of different candy and sweets just there in the kitchen. And your panic just oozes away.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat something. And then, remind me, did we have a jail, fucking southern accent, a jail cell type thing in here?
No.
Okay. I'm not gonna go back to the bunk. So if there's anywhere that there's like a fucking couch or something like that, I'm gonna go there and
Well, the mess hall does have, it has kind of like a kind of
entertainment rec
octagon
area.
dining table with like a little booth and stuff like that, and then off to the side it does have just like a couch, a seat and stuff, so it's kind of like the mess hall kind of rec room kind of all in one.
I'll lay down on the couch, put my legs up, see if I have anything on my data link yet.
Okay.
No, right? 'Cause
Nothing
it's like,
at this moment in time because we're only slightly into.
I'm just gonna fucking close my eyes and try to relax as much as I fucking can in here after all of that.
Okay. Nope. You're able to do that. No problem. While you kind of begin to get yourself comfortable, we'll switch to Tavin. Where have you headed once you had left the hangar? Have you just went back to the bridge, or?
Well, I was also gonna go to the mess hall.
Okay.
Since I don't sleep as much now. I only sleep every couple days.
Yeah.
And I was gonna go in there and get a drink because that was stressful. I thought she was about to vent us all into space.
I will say that you would be able. You're more than able to go to the mess hall. I would say that this Carrigan doing that in the beginning is immediately after leaving the hangar. So this is all
I'd have taken
still
my time. I
yeah.
wouldn't have rushed there or anything.
Yeah, well, you were an extra kind of like 5 or so minutes with Joshua and Andrea to begin with. So that would have probably been whiskey, chocolate. So you'd probably be kind of stepping in just as Carrigan is kind of just about to put herself onto the couch.
When I walk in, I will look at Carrigan, not really say anything, and then go get me a drink of whiskey.
I didn't put it away.
And
It's just like out.
yeah, and I just straight shot it from the bottle. And then I will turn to Carrigan and say, "What the fuck was that?"
Fucking no. Also, I poured myself a glass. I'm not gonna drink. I don't drink. So if you want the glass that I poured, you can have it. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking
I
know.
will grab it and immediately drink it all.
Um,
And
I don't
yeah,
know the last time she fucking slept because she just takes what is the fucking called? Is it never sleep?
never sleep.
Just constantly taking never sleep and God, it feels like a
You
million years ago. I don't even remember exactly what happened, but I was like, "Oh, you have to sleep sometime." And so I tried to make her like a privacy sheet for her bunk, and that freaked her out. So then she was like, "No, I'm gonna sleep in the shower." And I was like, "All right, I'll be right here." And she goes to sleep. I work through some shit on my data link, and then she fucking screams bloody murder and tries to punch me, does successfully punch me in the face, and then screams and takes off. I don't fucking know, man.
Okay. That does explain one thing, at least, on her attitude. Do you know how long she's been taking never sleep?
Um, Hold on. Heba, this is there's no thing there. So I'm gonna Heba is reading. Carrigan is not stumbling like this. Um
She took it for 10 days.
for 10 days. Is that what you told her
That's what
last
that's
time?
what she
I
said.
don't
That's
remember.
when you took the coffee away.
But she
She was
told
like,
you
"I
that a
just have one
few
more dose
hours ago.
left. I just have one more dose left. It's fine." And you were like, "No more coffee for
That's
you."
right. That's right. She was at least for the last 10 days, because she said what was the fucking thing she said? She said that, you know, you can only take it for 10 days and then you have to take a break. And I said, that's not what they mean.
That's how you have a heart attack or a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I get the feeling that she goes on a 10-day sprint of never sleep, takes a day off, and starts again. If I were to hazard a guess, knowing her like I do.
Okay. Huh.
But we've been, well, did she cryo sleep out to, what is the space station? Arceon?
No. We didn't cry sleep to Arceon.
And that was like what, 40 days?
Yeah.
Did she do anything like that in that time? Because since then we've had cryo sleep. And then, fucking man, I don't know.
Not
I
that
don't
I'm
fucking know.
aware of. That didn't happen.
I don't know if she slept any of that time. I don't know.
I
But
don't
at
know
least
either. No one
she
really
hasn't.
interacted during that time. We kind of just left each other alone. So
Yeah. I told her she had to sleep. So
I will sigh under my breath and kind of like that whisper, but it's a whisper that you know everyone can probably hear it, saying, "God damn it, fucking addicts."
hey,
And
fuck off.
someone who takes never sleep for 10 days in a row is an addict.
Yeah, well, you don't fucking know her. So,
I know addicts.
yeah, so do I. There are situations that create addicts. Addicts are still fucking people. Don't be a goddamn dickhead.
Addicts are still people, but but it's not a good enough excuse to almost kill everyone on the ship.
It's really rich coming from the guy who's threatening to vent the fucking USCMC.
Christ.
Jesus Christ in fucking deed. Listen. Andrea was my partner when she was a marshal. She's more than just a fucking addict.
I've grown up around addicts. I spent my entire life around addicts.
Okay.
They don't get much sympathy from me. And
Doesn't really
I'll
seem like
just
anybody
walk
gets
away.
sympathy from you.
I'm walking away. I'll start making my way towards the bridge.
I will get up and take the glass that he drank out of and throw it as hard as I can against the wall.
Okay. Tavin, you do hear this clattering of a metal cup being thrown just in a disregarding manner as you are walking down the corridor towards the bridge.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna keep walking.
Okay. Carrigan, are you just going to, or are you going to attempt to go back onto the couch and just, or?
I don't know. This is pretty fucking mad. Just real quick, some background things are happening. Ghosty sent me a thing. That was okayed by you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will read my data link.
Okay.
I'm going to message Montel and say, why in the fuck would a marshal's only choice to take care of their family's affairs be to resign from the marshals and change their name? What are you fucking up to?
Okay. Message sent. No issues.
And then I'm gonna go find Joshua.
Okay. Joshua,
Yep.
you roll me a d20 and you want something over 11.
Slash. Is it slash R or slash roll?
Think it's /roll space d20.
I
Yeah.
do /R space 1d20.
Okay.
Yeah, both work.
I press a little button.
Yeah.
17.
17. Okay. After about 20 minutes of kind of waiting outside the room, there's a couple of times where you hear movement from within and poke your head round and the movement stops. And then after another few minutes, Carrigan walks up to find you standing in the corridor between the two bunk rooms.
Actually, I'll be just sitting on the floor in the hallway like the doctors do.
Yeah.
Just kind of like knees up, just like. Look
What's
over
up?
at Carrigan. She's sleeping, hopefully.
Is there a way to secure that room?
I don't know.
Can you ask your boy? And then, do you want to go to the hangar and spar?
Sure. You want me to put clothes on, or you want me to like be in my skivvies? Because I ain't got dressed yet.
Still in your fucking underwear. Dressed, please. Despite what you think, I don't have the desire to spar you half naked. That's not the appeal.
Just kind
No
of look
offense.
down and be like, damn, I thought I was in shape.
That's not. You like. Not that. I want to beat the shit out of something.
I'm not king shaming. I'm just saying I can get dressed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also, ask the shithead if he can secure her in there.
All right. Yeah. Walk into my bunk. Is there like a ship comm or whatever?
No, there's one in the mess hall, there's one in the cryo bay, there's one in the hangar, and there's one outside the bridge door.
All right. Well, I'll throw on a pair of like cargo pants and a like wife beater equivalent, and walk over to the mess. I'll be right back. Walk over to the mess and get on the comm and be like, "Hey, Tavin,
Yeah,
can you secure the room that we've got Andrea in? Or is there
sure,
like a
I'll
way
be
for her
there.
to get out?"
Sure, I'll be there in a bit.
Okay.
And I will start making my way there because I don't want to lock down the whole ship. So start making my way so I can lock her in a room.
Yeah. Yeah, you're able to do that while Joshua and Carrigan are kind of standing security, effectively. And you're able to go in and kind of lock that door itself.
Like, thanks, Tavin. I'm about to go get the shit kicked out of me. And walk off down the hangar.
Have fun.
Oh, yeah. Is Carrigan in the hangar? Are we walking to the hangar together?
Walk into the hangar together.
Just kind of look at her and be like, Tavin did a Tavin, didn't he?
It's not just him.
What do you mean?
Apparently, when Andrea was Emma Baker, Colonial Marshal, and her fucking parents died, former Marshal Montel told her the only way she could take leave was to resign and change her name.
That's weird.
Super fucking weird, right? Completely
Yeah.
not normal. Really fucking suspicious on a number of levels. Tavin is a fuckface. Has relegated Andrea to being a fucking headache under his breath. And I desperately want to be off of this fucking ship, and I can't be off of the ship. And all of our fucking dinnerware is fucking metal, so you can't smash anything. And people get weirded out when I lock myself in the EVA and just scream. So this seemed better.
Okay. I don't really know what to say about Tavin other than that's why he's a pilot.
Yeah, he sure as shit wouldn't cut it as a marshal. That's for fucking sure.
Well, to be fair, not many of us would. The whole having to be like not corrupt in a system that's essentially corrupt and broken and has everything stacked against the common man. So yeah, being a marshal sucks.
I love being a marshal.
You are an exception to so many rules, Carrigan.
I don't understand. I legitimately don't understand what people find difficult about it. Like, I hear what you've said, but like, isn't that isn't that why you should want to be a marshal? Because you're not corruptible? Like that, I don't understand why that is not admirable.
It's not that it's not admirable. It's just that it's not. How can I put this? So you remember when you're a Marine and you get orders and you do them and you don't sit there and wonder where it's coming from, right? It's the commanding officers set the mission plan, you execute the mission, right? You don't have time to think, you don't have time to question it, you just do the job, right?
I guess.
As a marshal, your job is to question everything. It is to see where everything is coming from. And in a world where you have corporations like the one we're currently subcontracted for, all you see is shit and trash and corruption and people getting crushed under the machine. When that happens, people don't tend to hang on to virtues like justice and honor and integrity and right and wrong. It becomes survival for those that are under the boot. It's a game of the rich get richer and the poor do whatever they can to struggle. So when a marshal comes on the scene, especially an incorruptible justice ass-kicking Terminator like you, they don't see it as admirable. They see it as someone who's trying to prevent them from living. They see it as somebody who's trying to keep the rich by stopping them from doing what they need to do to survive. It's not about you. It's not anything about you as a person. It's about the badge you wear on your chest and what you do.
I don't just prevent.
Yeah. I know you don't just prevent. I see what you do. In the year and a half I've been on the station, I've seen what you've done, but I'm in a position where I have to see what the not ship, but like the station crew does. I hear what the officers talk about. The deckhands and stuff, they don't see that. They don't read the reports. They don't see the crime statistics. They just see you pulling someone off the promenade. You know? Again, it's not that it's not admirable. It's just people
Like
aren't used to
fucking-
seeing somebody like you.
Fucking Lee, right? He is the ultimate fucking catch and release. I keep him as long as I can, but he can do real fucking damage to everyone on the station. He brought that fucking black goo and he is constantly doing shit like that for money. I understand. He is not a wealthy man. There are literally 1,000 different things that he could do that doesn't put the entire fucking station at risk. And it's what he does, is selfishly put the station at risk all the fucking time.
You're right.
Did I chop his head off? No. Would that have a better result? Probably. Am I going to fucking do that? No. Because ultimately, what I want is Lee to stop fucking doing that. And so I bring him in. And I'm like, bro, you have got to stop. And I keep him as long as I legally fucking can. And then he gets released. I don't understand how that makes me the shithead.
Again, it's not about you. So take your example of Lee, right? Lee runs contraband and smuggle shit in because he can make so much more money in one risky run than he would working as like a wage slave. So of course he's gonna run illegal goods because it pays more. It allows him to live more comfortably.
I mean,
The
it
risk
doesn't,
is
though, because then I arrest him and he has fines. So like,
yeah, but
it's a wash.
right. When he comes to Arceon, where you are, but he's been on Alba, he's been around. Like he makes paydays all around. We've been least popped up in multiple places. So the one place where he gets hemmed up is by you. But all those other jobs that go off without a hitch, he banks those.
Stupid.
It's easy. It's easier to do shady shit because you're gonna make more than it is to punch a clock at Wayland-Yutani where you're not gonna make shit, and every mistake you make comes off of your paycheck. It's a risk versus reward. It's a how can I make my life better without slaving away, essentially. Me personally, I think you're a badass. I think you're doing the best job you can. But like me, being a medic, how many times do I stitch up the same drunks? How many times do I hit detox meds on people who overdose? They're going to go do it again. You just do the job. And you hope that someday they don't show back up in your OR or your ER or your brig.
Yes.
And some people hate me and some people hate you and some people love you and some people used to love me.
I forgot how we got here.
You were mad at Tavin and we started talking about Tavin and now we're talking about the greater symptoms of why people are shady.
Yes.
Yeah. We're almost done with this job.
I don't fucking know.
We got a lot of information. We just got to put the final pieces together and drop this shit off to Jack, and then we get paid. And then you don't got to worry about dudes like Lee because you're gonna have 1 million credits in the bank, tax free.
I'll still be a marshal.
Yeah, no, but you won't have to like worry about it so much because you got like
Yes, I do.
money now.
That doesn't change anything. I'm a marshal, as I've told Tavin. I do what I do to protect the people of my station. I don't do it just because it's a job.
So, like the Marines, it was a calling, you're saying?
The Marines was what felt right because it's what everyone in my family did. All of my brothers were Marines, my parents were Marines, my grandparents were Marines, so on and so forth. And then it stopped feeling right.
So we should figure out well, I get that. But that leads us back to your dad and how he's involved. So we should probably figure that out.
Yeah, I would like to just fight you now.
Okay. Like, just like what? You want to go to first blood, or you just want to like punch me for a while till you work it out?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I want you to spar.
Okay. And I will proceed to punch her. And we will spar. So nobody put romantic music or anything playing, you shady bastards.
You're muted, Chris.
Right. Both of you roll a d20 and we'll see who fights first. Or punches first. Okay. Carrigan, give me a close combat. And Joshua, give me an agility. Okay.
Let's see how this is gonna go.
Carrigan just like while you're having that cocky making comments about romantic music, Carrigan just fucking clocks you and you go to your arse. You're able to get back up and make your attack. So give me close combat and agility.
I do agility.
Yes. Okay.
That's
Yeah, this is
zero. 0 successes for Dox on his close combat, 2 successes for me on my agility.
Joshua, you take a swing, and with cat-like reflexes, Carrigan just sort of parries the throw, and it's super easy. Carrigan, you get a little feeling in your stomach that maybe this is too much of a mismatch. Maybe like you're just beating on an old
Doctor?
veteran doctor.
I'm into it.
But you get another close combat, Joshua, with the agility.
I get another close
Yes.
combat? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna look at her and go, I got you now.
Yeah.
You ain't even trying.
Yeah. Carrigan, you take, you kind of shake everything off and you go for another swing. Joshua, you're able to parry, but it still kind of knocks you a little off balance. With the extra success, though, make a close contact or close combat, and Carrigan, make your agility. Okay. Okay, keeping it together. We'll say, Joshua, you, with that parry, go to strike Carrigan again, and Carrigan just sort of sidesteps and pushes you as you go face first onto the hangar floor.
Just want to look over my shoulder and be like, you just wanted to stare at my ass, didn't you?
Carrigan, with that, take a close combat. Joshua, take an agility with a -1 as you're currently prone.
Thank you for putting up with my bullshit, everyone.
Then, Carrigan, with that comment, you go for a kick. Joshua is able to just barely roll out of the way. What is your next move, Joshua, as you now have Carrigan off balance?
I so want to make a sex joke, but I'm not gonna.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna kind of do like Muhammad Ali shuffle and throw a punch at her.
Okay. Give me a close call, mate. Okay.
So I'm literally trying to ham it up to try and to try and get her to like crack a smile or whatever. And she's kicking my ass all over the hangar.
Yeah. Again, you go for another swing, and Carrigan just parries the blow. Carrigan, you now are facing the back of Joshua, having just side shuffled his Muhammad Ali.
I'm gonna try and kick him in the butt.
Okay. Give me another close combat. 1 success. Joshua, your agility.
Damn it.
Joshua, you see it coming, and you're able to just grab the heel of Carrigan, so you now have Carrigan one-legged. Give me your attack. Okay.
So do I need to do a -1?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Mate.
Joshua goes for the kind of sweep of the other leg, but Carrigan you like this is just easy. This is Novgorod on a daily basis. You're just able to like just almost flip yourself out of this situation. Give me another close combat. Josh,
Me?
yes, and Joshua, give me your agility.
Damn it!
Okay, it's almost like both of you go for like that punch. It's almost like sword fighting, and you're both just swords together, just trying to get that one up. But Joshua, you almost catch the fist of Carrigan as she takes a swing at you. So give me your next attack. Okay.
A lot of nothing going on.
Okay. And success for Carrigan. As you take another swing at Carrigan, she once again is able to completely parry it, and you're almost out on your ass once again. Carrigan, give me your attack.
Damn it.
Okay. And Joshua, give me your agility. Okay. I will say for brevity,
Yeah.
at this moment, both of you just continue to stand up to each other's attack, just constantly parrying, getting out. Carrigan,
It's
you
like-
make a bit of a joke of Joshua, but his tenacity starts to wear down, where by the end, both of you are just in almost heaps of heavy breathing, sweat, just neither one of you can get the better of each other. As you come to a agreement of a draw.
Just kind of look at her and go, had enough?
Don't fucking do that. Put my
Don't
hand
do
out
what?
for a handshake and be like, come.
Come on. You know you liked it. I'll take your hand.
Thank you. I'm gonna go back to the mess hall and sleep on the couch instead of in the bunk.
Okay. Yep. As you head off, before we go to the next little scene, we are a little bit beyond when we usually take our break, so we'll take our little 10-minute break here. And people can go to the bathroom and stuff like that. I just need to get the timer. So yes, go to the bathroom, get a refill, get more snacks, and we will be back in about 10 minutes time. We are back. Sorry about the little longer delay there. But yes, we'll jump right into it. While Carrigan and Joshua are having their super fun kicking the shit out of each other time, Tavin, you're left back at the bunk rooms as you are getting ready to lock the door to keep Andrea secure.
Instead of doing that, I will open the door, and without walking in, I will just say, "Hey, Andrea, can we have a talk real quick?"
Yeah. You'll see she is not in the bed. But she's not deconstructed the bed. It looks like she's just sat on a different bunk doing something on her data pad or data link.
In and I will like sit on a bed across from her and breathe in. I don't know the whole story, but Carrigan told me about the never sleep.
Yeah.
Uh how often do you do like extended uses of that?
This is the only time I've done extended use of Never Sleep.
All right. Is there anything else like that we should know?
I've already handed what medication I was taking to Joshua. It is his to dispose of or use as he wants.
Okay. I'm gonna. Have you ever gone through withdrawals for medications like that?
Attempted it. Why?
Because it's not going to be fun.
No.
And I've seen a lot of people go through withdrawals. You're probably the
Yeah.
first one I've ever seen willingly do it, but I have seen it.
Willingly is a strong word, but yeah.
You at least are choosing to at this exact moment, and it's not because you don't have any.
I have 18 doses that I gave to him.
Of never sleep?
Not Never Sleep.
Of
I have
something
one dose
else.
of Never Sleep left. I haven't taken it yet.
You shouldn't. You definitely should not.
Well,
I'm kind of surprised you haven't already had a heart attack.
I did have a heart attack, remember?
Okay, I'm surprised you haven't had a second heart attack attributed to the never sleep or a
Fair.
brain aneurysm.
There.
Is it going to be an issue? I need you to just be straight with me.
You already asked me that, and I gave you this thing. I gave you the answer that I have.
Sorry. It was very stressful.
I
I had to
apologize.
deal with you almost killing us all, and then I had to deal with Carrigan, which is just Carrigan.
Speaking of Carrigan, what I have been meaning to talk to both of you about the increased hostility that I've seen. You know, we're going to be going into something very serious. Are you okay with her?
I despise people like her. Specifically, marshals, and marshals exactly like her.
Can you expand on that?
Fuck it, I already told you about the stuff with Leyland, so why not? I bet you've done a background check on me. That wouldn't surprise me if you had.
I have
So
your
you
file.
probably.
I didn't open it.
All right. I didn't have a good childhood. Shocking. I know.
Few of
Really
us do.
bad. Anyway, I tried to become a marshal. For reasons. Dad was dead. Mom was gone. I was 16, dropped out of high school, couldn't afford to feed myself, so I tried to become a
Understood.
marshal. You want to know what they told me?
Yeah, actually, I do.
That I was a lost cause. That because of who my parents were and what my parents had done, that I was not able to become a marshal. Mind you, I didn't have a criminal record. I was 16. I had zero criminal record.
hold on. What did your parents do that was so bad that they thought that you couldn't become a marshal?
Well, let's see. It's a long list. My father sold a lot of drugs, probably killed multiple people. I've got some scars directly from him, which I'm
Oh,
not going to expound
fair.
onto. My mother was an addict and also sold drugs. A lot is a lot of drugs. They did a lot.
I
And
understand.
I can almost guarantee you my father was wanted for at least a couple homicides.
Ooh,
But he's dead, like he fucking
yeah.
deserved. And don't know where my mom is. She disappeared a couple months after my dad died and haven't seen her since.
You said you grew up on Earth?
No, I grew up on Mars, actually.
Oh. Hmm.
But yeah, it wasn't a fun childhood. And then you know, hey, I don't want to get into drugs. I can't afford
Fair.
to feed myself. Let's become a marshal. Fuck you.
And so instead of that, you went into
It was
working
a it was a
as a
couple months after
shipwright.
that I got the job
Yep.
for Wayland. And then you know what happened with that. So
Yep.
yeah, 16-year-old kid get rejected by the marshals and then almost killed by Wayland.
You didn't think about maybe going Marines?
I took the opportunity that came ahead.
Oh, fair.
I took the It was that or starve.
I I only ask. I'm not from I'm not from around Earth. Um, it cost a lot of money for me to go to the Marshall Academy. I just assumed that it would be cheaper to go with Marines. I knew I couldn't go through basic training, so I assumed most people would choose Marines over Marshals.
You grow up with criminal parents, you either follow in their footsteps or you go against them.
True.
And I was not going to be following in their footsteps. They made that a, a really easy decision, and so my thought was, hey, the marshals are the good guys. They stop people like my dad, you
Yeah.
know, and found out really quickly that doesn't fucking matter.
Do you want a Tootsie Roll?
I would love a Tootsie Roll.
She goes into her suitcase and opens an previously unopened prefab meal container and fishes out a Tootsie Roll from it and hands it to him.
There you go.
Just
My dad was in a gang before I was born.
oh,
He mostly
huh.
hot-wired things.
Uh, Well, I wasn't expecting to talk about all this. I just wanted to make sure that uh, nothing else would possibly happen. Uh, they're wanting to lock you in this room, I guess, so you can sleep,
Fair.
which we can do. Uh,
That's up to you. You're the captain. By the way, I wanted to talk to you for a moment about the verbal contract and make sure that you understand everything with that, if you have the moment.
I don't have a contract. I
You have
never
a verbal
agreed to,
agreement, which
which will not hold up in any situation with any organization, because we
We
both
have
know
your
this is
biometric
this is an
signature
under the
via your
table
reports.
deal. This is an under the table deal, and you know it.
Very above board, actually, considering there's a written agreement with the marshals. All I wanted to say is that no part of your agreement requires you to leave the ship, and I've been quite impressed with the fact that you have every time. Also, if at any point you do not wish to complete this mission, you're free to go, but you do forfeit your payment. So if when we land on Alba and make sure that Daniel Cooper is safe and in safe medical hands, if you do not wish to continue, please let me know. Also, if you would like to send Jamie back to Novgorod on a transport, we can arrange transport for him. But if you wish him to be part of the crew, I totally understand.
Good to know. Good to know. Just let me know if you think you're gonna have another episode and possibly kill us all. And I'm just gonna get up at that point because I shared way more than I thought I would. Not at all what I wanted to have a conversation about. And I have kind of reached my limit, so I'm just gonna get up and go lock the door as I leave.
Very well. You can do that. Andrea, you're left in the bunk. Locked door. Kind of just there with your own thoughts.
Mm-hmm. I like to do as we discussed.
Very well. The second one.
Yeah.
Okay. You wait a few moments. Tavin, you're just going back to the bridge, aren't you? Or are you going to?
I'm gonna go to the bridge.
Okay. You go back to the bridge, no problem. Andrea, you grab your stuff, go over to the door, unlock it.
No, very important. I tuck in the sleep buddy in his own bunk so we can have a nice sleep.
You do tuck your sleep buddy into the bunk above, so that they can sleep while you're awake.
I will say, because of her possibly going through withdrawals, I would have made it so only I can open the door. Because we've established that's something I can do. I can lock out people.
Did you think to do that before, though?
This is the thing, is in the last episode, you gave only Andrea access to open the doors when you were searching for the...
Yeah, I would have to go to the bridge to remove her access, so you're right. You're right.
So...
And you specifically gave it to her instead of me so that I could not open doors.
Yep.
Look at this. It's the consequences of your actions. But yeah, Andrea, you are able to take your nest, unlock the door, and head away to find your new hiding spot.
We'll say when I get to the bridge, I'll remove her access, but by then it's too late, so it doesn't matter.
I would love you to get to the bridge, go to remove the access, and the computer terminal be like, by the way, this door is unlocked again.
Would probably tell me that, but I don't care. I'm not dealing with it.
Joshua, once Carrigan has left you in the hangar, where are you heading?
Probably to the showers because I got all sweaty and beat up.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that. No problem at all. Carrigan, you're able to fall into a somewhat uncomfortable sleep on the sofa of the mess hall. Is there anything anybody else would like to do before we continue our journey?
Let's get to fucking Alba already.
Fair enough.
We have to do something before we get to Alba. More conversations in our P to do.
Yeah. Like there's at least like 2 episodes of conversation. Yeah. Okay. Tavin, give me a piloting roll.
Will do.
Okay.
1 success.
1 success. It's been a couple of days, so you're not quite at your best, but you're driving basically in or flying in basically a straight line, so nothing untowards comes of Martha, and you're able to continue on. I will say, who of you would probably check on Andrea first?
Either me or Carrigan.
Okay.
It's gonna take Carrigan like a good night's
Yeah.
sleep before.
It would probably be me then.
Yeah. Joshua, Andrea's not in the room. But the sleep friend is snug as a bug in the top bunk.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go search the ship.
Okay, where are you starting your search?
Small areas like storage, closets, or like tiny areas, not like the big open areas. More of the, because she said she didn't like. So the vent comment reminds me. So I'll be like, I'll go look at the smaller areas of the ship first.
Okay, give me a D10 roll.
Why are you not typing? I don't. Ooh, that's not good. Whoa, what is all that? I broke roll 20. Give me a second.
God. It's always one. Okay. I would say it takes you a while to start looking through all the kind of corridors and in rooms and stuff like that, and after a kind of maybe an hour search, kind of the next morning as you start timing, it'll probably be around that time where you notify Carrigan and Tavin of the currently missing Andrea.
At some point in the evening while I'm searching, did I pass the mess hall where Carrigan is sleeping?
Yeah, I do.
Is she asleep? Asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a blanket over her.
Aww.
And then in the morning, I'm gonna be just kind of tap her on the shoulder.
Sup?
Andrea went rabbit again during the night.
Like she was punching people, or you lost her? Sorry,
She
not
wasn't in the
you.
room.
I'm sorry, not you. That's not fair.
She's not in the room.
Missing. Okay.
Yeah, I've been searching the ship all night. I can't find her.
Okay.
I gotta go. I figured I'd wake you up so you could go look while I go wake up Tavin.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that mom dog whistle thing with. I can't do it. It's not a mom skill that I acquired where they stick their fingers up and they as loud as they can.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk around doing that.
Right. Well, let's have a bit of fun. Roll me a d20. Anything above a 12, you can do it.
You're a bitch.
Perfect. Natural.
I got a nat one.
Okay. You walk around the ship, just spitting everywhere as you're attempting, and it's at this point where it's like, no, you will figure this out. It's like you'll figure out how to do this, but you're just walking around the ship, just
So be yelling her name.
yeah, basically yelling her name, then spitting as if the ultimate disrespect. It's not long before Joshua, you are able to get to the bridge to find Tavin.
It's gonna wake him up, be like, "Hey, she got out."
And wouldn't be asleep because he doesn't sleep a whole lot. He'd just be awake and be like, "She got out? What do you mean?"
Yep. Did I? Got out.
All right. I am going to get on the comms unit for the ship where I can send a message throughout the entire ship and say, "Can everyone on board please make their way to the mess hall? Specifically you, Andrea." And then I will get up and start making my way to the mess hall.
Okay.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Andrea,
Just be like, I just came from there.
can you roll me a d20, please?
Okay, only this once.
Thank you.
15.
Okay. Perfect. Tavin and Joshua, it's only less than a minute before you discover a yelling and spitting Carrigan on the way to the mess hall.
What are you doing?
I'm whistling for Andrea.
Can I please roll to see if I
Yeah.
can do the whistle?
Getting over a 12.
It's a D20, right?
Yes.
All right. Damn it.
No, you don't have as much spit, but for you, it's like a lot of just air pouring out.
I'll just stop. I won't keep doing it. All right. I said I can't do it.
I love that the imagery of this of like Tavin just being like, let there be one thing I can fucking beat her ass with. Nope, not this. Nope, not this either. Nope, not this.
But
I'll show you. Just kidding.
the three of you are able to get to the mess hall where Jamie is currently waiting, but there is no Andrea.
Well, that worked.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to start searching.
Where did you check? Sweet.
Every small place I could think of.
Like,
Closets, storage spaces, shower stalls, small rooms. I was about to check the vent system next.
Events aren't big enough for people to fit in.
That's why I haven't checked them yet.
I'm just gonna go to the top of the ship and start searching or start moving down.
Okay.
Since my whistling is not working, I would like to grab. Like,
That's what you
pan.
call it?
Fuck off. I'm gonna grab a pan and a spoon, and I'm gonna go to the bottom of the ship.
Okay.
I'm just gonna search the mid decks.
Right. Carrigan, give me observation. Please.
That's 2 successes.
Okay.
Yeah. You need to get rid of your stress because we had sleep.
Yeah, you did have sleep.
Okay, all the way to no stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So,
Thank you.
Everyone who slept.
In real life, I love Avery, and he is my friend.
That goes both ways.
right, so Carrigan, you are at the bottom, so you're deck E, so you are down in like the hangar space, the EVA prep room, stuff like that.
I'm banging the spoon against the pan, and I am screaming, Andrea.
Yep, you go through and come up with absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Joshua, you are doing the mid ones. I'll say you're doing deck D.
Hang on. I got an idea.
Okay.
Joshua's made Andrea laugh before. I'm gonna run and grab the sleep buddy. I'm just gonna be like, this is bull. Like, Andrea would just leave us. I'm just gonna talk to the sleep buddy, like trying to at the top of my lungs and have a conversation to try and get her to laugh if I can hear her.
Okay. So that wouldn't quite be observation. That would kind of be like, no.
Empathy?
Wits, baby.
Empathy or manipulation. Try to manipulate her into laughing.
Okay, sure.
One success.
One success.
Okay. Well, if you're doing deck D and deck C, I would say kind of those mid ones. You go around. There is no sound of laughter coming from Andrea. Jamie's giving you a bit of a strange look, but that's the only thing that's going for you here. Tavin, if you're going to be doing the top ones, I would say you're doing like B and A, which is like cargo to bay, and then the very top
Yep.
Are you doing anything special to try and find, or are you just looking?
I'm just looking, because it's my ship. I know where stuff is, and
Yeah.
like hiding spots and stuff, so I'm just looking.
Okay. Give me an observation.
Do I get any bonus because I'm searching my own ship?
I would say no.
Okay.
He's like, nah, homie.
Okay.
God damn it. 0 successes, even with a push.
So it's almost as if this ship is new to you. No, you check the hiding places and stuff like that, like places where someone would go to hide, places where you would go to hide. But you come up with nothing as well.
Right. Then I'm just gonna make my way back to the mess hall and wait for everyone else to come back.
Yeah, I would say that you probably all kind of come back to the mess hall kind of within a few seconds of each other, having checked everywhere.
I didn't find her.
No shit.
I got the sleep buddy, and I walk in and be like, I ain't got her either.
Is there a chance she just went and found somewhere to sleep? And I mean, someone who didn't sleep for 10 days is probably going to sleep pretty deep.
You guys check cryopods?
No, the cryopods are
Oh.
locked to everyone but me.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's where Daniel is.
Yeah. So unless she hacked her way into through my door, she's not in there.
I mean,
It would set off an alarm if she did that. And well,
I don't think you're giving her enough credit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where she could be at this point.
Okay. Did anybody me, Haba forgets what it's called. The evac thing? The thing that I
evac
locked
ship.
myself in and screamed? Yeah.
Yeah, the evac ship. Well, I would get notification if that was launched.
No, not launched. Just
That would be at the top of the ship, right, Chris, where I searched?
Mm-hmm.
I searched in that area that it is and didn't find her.
yeah, but I mean like you searched.
All right, good luck. I'm gonna go back to the bridge.
Okay.
The worst part of this is that I feel like Carrigan has thoroughly learned exactly what pushes his fucking buttons, and it's so goddamn easy.
With that, Carrigan, Joshua, you're left in the mess hall. Jamie is currently sitting there having his cereal, just wondering what the fuck's going on. And Tavin is just heading off towards the bridge.
All right, I'm gonna check my data link real quick.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna check my data link. Can I message Andrea?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you?
You don't get a reply.
I'm gonna message her again. Where are you? And I'm gonna message her right off of the bat 40 times. Just one after the other. Where are you? Where the fuck are you? What the hell are you doing?
40 messages sent, 40 messages go unanswered.
Do I have any other messages in my dealing? Do I have any responses?
Not at this moment, because this is technically only like the next day of the travel.
Okay.
But we do have like 10 days that we've technically traveled that will.
Chris,
Yeah.
can I say she gets an automated reply?
Sure.
She gets an automated reply that says, "I'm sorry, I'm out of the office. We'll get back to you shortly."
You get that 40 times as they all
Yep.
suddenly start coming through.
I don't trust Tavin. I'm gonna check the decks he checked.
Okay. As you head up that way, give me a observation. Two successes.
Ooh. I had to push it and take a stress, but 2.
Yeah. As you are looking around, you're going through all these decks. Joshua, you are currently sitting in the mess hall with Jamie
Yep. And sleep, buddy.
and Sleep Buddy. Jamie leans in and asks, "What's everybody doing? What's happening?"
We're looking for Andrea. She has been going through some shit. And she got out of the room that we put her in so that she could decompress and get some sleep. And apparently that didn't work. And went through all this damn trouble of making her a sleep buddy and a nest. And she just, nope, fucked off.
And Andrea's upstairs.
Where?
Up in the EEV. She went to sleep. She went up last night.
Okay. You didn't hear me walking the halls looking for her at all last night, Jamie?
Oh, I thought you were looking like for like your dog or something.
Jamie, let's stay with me now. Is there a dog on this ship?
No, that's why I was confused.
And in your moment of confusion, did you think to yourself, Joshua does not have a dog, so why would Joshua be wandering the ship, talking to himself essentially, when he's not looking for a dog? Maybe self. I might want to go ask him what's going on.
Well, the last time I asked questions, everyone got mad, so I was just keeping to myself like he told me to do.
I didn't get mad the last time you asked questions. I didn't get mad the last time you asked questions. Carrigan and Tavin got mad. Andrea ignored you. I didn't get mad.
I was told just to do my own jobs and keep out of everybody's way. That's what I was doing.
And you're doing wonderfully at that, trust me. But on a ship, seeing as how you're new, when one wanders the ship all night, talking to themselves, saying, "Hey, I really wish you would come out. I miss you. I'm your sleep buddy. We're supposed to be cuddling," things like that. You might want to be like, "Hey, Joshua, what's going on?" And then I would respond with, Oh, hey, Jamie, have you perchance seen Andrea wandering the halls or running around, like, weirdly? Because if you did, I'd really like to know.
Well, you sometimes say things in your sleep at night time, so I was just like, maybe that's
At
what
any
this
point
was.
when you heard me, was I in bed?
Well, yeah, that's why I thought maybe this was just like the next, like it was during the night. I was sleeping too.
Oh, sweet summer child. That's fine. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Sleep Buddy here is going to explain to you why, in the future, when you hear a crew member wandering the halls at all hours of the night, regardless of your inclination, you should ask them what's going on. And I'm gonna walk out.
As you walk out, you do hear a little. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about either. Carrigan, it's at this point where you notice as you walk into the EEV room that the kind of hatch door to the EEV itself is slightly ajar with what looks to be a corner of a duvet or something just hanging out the door.
Be like, knew he couldn't look his own fucking shit. Hey, Tavin, did you check the EEV?
Mhm.
Yeah, I checked. I'm not fucking idiot. I'll just peek through the crack if she's asleep. I'm gonna leave her alone.
As you look in, Andrea is out like a light bulb.
All right, I'm just gonna sulk back down, go back down to the mess hall, and be mumbling to myself, "Fucking worthless piece of shit." Oh, I checked the EEV. I'm not a little bitch. I know what you're doing. I'm a grown up. I can do things. I'm a pilot. I wanted to be a fucking marshal. No fucking wonder you can't even see the goddamn doors open. And then I'll go down to the mess hall. And I know Docs has had to step away for a
Yeah.
second, but my thing would be to find Joshua and be like, and essentially do all of that. Son of a bitch. Goddamn motherfucking blind asshole.
Well, Fox is away doing that. What we'll do is we will switch over to Tavin quickly as you make your way to the bridge. You receive a message, and it is from the salvager that you'd reached out to, like when you'd sent out kind of just multiple messages, and they'd came back to say that Sevastopol was gone. You get a message from them telling you that they've spoken to some people at one of the kind of trucker stop kind of things of space. And
At a trucker pilot gas station, Bucky's, a space Bucky's.
Yeah, space Bucky's. Just a kind of one of those floating stations it's literally just like food and fuel, stuff like that you can get just in passing. Like a lot of these ones are kind of mostly Weyland-Yutani run because
Chris, you gotta understand. Space Buckies, they market themselves on being a cult and they have the best bathrooms.
but you do get the message back, and they say that had spoken to a couple of people after you had asked, and apparently there are a group of people that don't believe what happened. And if you're still interested in finding out, then just a map location, kind of coordinates.
We will look up that location on the map or on my system. Is there anything there, or is it just like an empty spot?
No, there's definitely something there. The coordinations are taking you to it's like -11 down on the map, and then +1, +2, and it's the LV-426 Acheron, which is a planet within the Zeta 2 reticuli. But that's where the coordinates kind of take you to.
Right. Can you say that one more time? It's the what planet?
The LV-426. It's Acheron.
26.
Yeah.
Acheron. Okay.
Yeah.
I will respond to that message saying thank you for the info, and that's all I'll say. Actually, I won't go in any further than that.
Okay, no problem at all. Is there anything else you are wishing to do?
Not particularly. I'll wait for Jamie to show up so I can continue to teach him how to do stuff on the ship.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know where Andrea is, but I'm just assuming she's asleep, so
Nope, that's fine. It's a fair assumption.
And she definitely needs it, so I'm not gonna wake her up to talk to everyone.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, if there's nothing else, we will go back to Carrigan. You're currently making your way to the mess hall, where you do pass Joshua in the corridor.
Hey.
Yeah.
Fucking blind, useless pilot missed the open EEV door. She's in there. Just got all her shit in there. Just asleep, so.
He's not blind or useless. I mean,
are you sure? I specifically asked him if he checked the EEV, and he said yes. And the door's fucking open, and she was deep a fucking sleep in there.
well, it doesn't make him blind. It just either makes him incompetent or understanding.
I mean, you said that, so.
Well, you can look at it two ways. Either he didn't notice the door open, or he did, saw her sleeping, and decided to be nice for her once and went, I'll let her sleep. She probably needs it.
Right, but he could have been like, I found her, she's asleep.
Yeah. But he didn't.
Stop trying to defend your idiot friend.
I'm just explaining how it could possibly have happened. What? Why are you gonna shake your head at me?
You know that it's stupid. Like, I can hear it in your voice. You know that he missed it, either because he didn't give a shit, or he's so painfully unobservant that it's amazing that he can fly us anywhere.
Well, have
You
you
said
seen
it.
space? Have you seen space? There's not much you can hit.
Whatever, Joshua.
That's right. Whatever it is.
Have fun with your
You have a
pillow.
mean red hook, by the way.
Thank you.
It's called a compliment, Carrigan. You know.
I said thank you.
Yes, I know, but you were like, thank you. Like, compliments aren't dirty. They don't hurt you.
I would take it as more of being confused, not phobic of the compliment.
Why would you be confused that I mentioned that you had a good right hand?
I'm a marshal and a former Marine. If I didn't, it would be a little weird.
Oh boy, that's okay. All right. So quickly, this intrigues me. So me complimenting you is, yeah, duh, I get it. Don't need to be complimented. Now, had I said, if you ever wear your hair down, hey, your hair looks cute today. Yep, there it is. That's yep, there it is. Yep. I knew that's how you'd react. Why do you have to cringe? Like if someone gives you a compliment.
I don't understand why you have to.
Why I gotta what? Be helpful and make people better and tell them nice things.
I don't understand what about hair is nice.
Well, okay. Let me break this down for you. Hair is nice because A, it's pleasant to look at. B, it feels nice when you run your hands through it.
She's gonna take
And
a full step back.
Josh will run his hand through his hair
She takes a full step back.
and be like, and depending on what kind of like hair shampoo stuff you use, it smells really good.
That's enough. Okay, bye. And she's just full on walk
Why
away.
are you having different feelings, Carrigan? I'm trying to explain to you why you have to. Damn it! How the hell did I ever end up married if I can't talk to a female coworker like, without her being like, "I'm gonna run away now"?
She's gonna go up to the EEV and she's gonna crawl in and take her chances of being punched again and just like curl up like a puppy at the foot end of Andrea and be like, nope.
If she does that, then Andrea's just like gonna curl up.
Very well. Yeah, you do not get punched, Carrigan.
Cool.
I'm gonna walk into the kitchen and just go talk to Sleep Buddy for a while.
As you walk in, you do find Jamie in a somewhat heated debate with Sleep Buddy.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna let this play out.
They're just... Jamie seems very adamant that a specific type of cereal is the best cereal. You don't get another side of the argument, but Jamie is very adamant that he is correct, and after you being there for like a minute or so, Jamie eventually just, do you know what? And storms off. out the mess hall towards the bunk room.
I'm gonna sit down and be like, clearly you're correct. Your cereal choice is superior, sleep buddy. So I'm gonna proceed to just talk to him about women and why they're just a confusing minefield of neuroses, trauma, and just yeah.
Mm-hmm. During that conversation where almost like this voice in your head does remind you that you also have trauma and are confusing and complicated. Almost like there's a conversation happening here.
Why you gotta call me out like that, sleep buddy? Why you gotta call me out like that?
With that,
I'm just gonna keep talking to him until someone comes in.
yeah. With that, what we're going to do is we would have got up to another 10, so we're 10 days out from Planet Alba. So, Tavin, if you want to roll for the kind of last 10 days for piloting. 4 successes.
4 successes.
Over with all of that happening within like the 124 hours, the next 9 days that you had, Andrea, I will say that after some time, you do kind of wake up and you can have like conversations. Everything starts to kind of settle. Sleep is somewhat better, where here's a question: over the next like 19 days, would that sleep arrangement kind of be almost a norm, where it's like into the nest, into the feet, and just yeah.
At least a nest, decidedly.
Okay. Well, with that, I would say that for the next 19 days of travel, that's just the setup. Everybody kind of gets on with their own stuff. Your typical
Carrigan will
things
be
happen.
Fully avoiding Joshua.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
Andrea wants to talk to Joshua.
Sorry, I may have said Andrea, but Carrigan. Carrigan is fully avoiding him.
Okay. Okay, so before we get to Planet Alba, is there any specific conversations or things that are wanting to be done before we
Yes.
get there? Okay. Andrea, what would you like to do within this travel time?
I need to have a conversation with Carrigan, but I also need to have a conversation with Joshua.
Okay. Who would you kind of have a more priority to speak to first?
Carrigan.
Okay. Then I will say that after the first couple of days where you are sleeping an awful lot, you will be able to find time to speak to Carrigan. It's up to you guys where it would be, if it's just in the EEV, or if you would find kind of quiet time in the mess hall when Joshua and Tavin and Jamie weren't there.
Carrigan, where would Carrigan feel the most comfortable? In the EEV or in the mess hall?
Anywhere that Joshua isn't, apparently.
Okay, then let's do it in the EEV where we're kind of like sequestered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've been avoiding Joshua.
Yeah, because he was being fucking weird.
What did he do?
He told me that I punch good, and I was like, obviously. And then he was like, why can't you take a compliment? And I was like, I don't understand how that's a compliment. And then he was like, oh, hair is nice if you took it out of a bun every once in a while. And I was like,
What?
excuse me? And then he was like, oh, your shampoo smells good.
Dude, okay, question. Because I wasn't there, so I don't know. Did he mean that sometimes people can have shampoo that smells nice, or that yours specifically smells nice?
It felt like to me, he said, mine smells nice.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird. Hey, who knows? He might have a little bit of a
No.
crush.
No,
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 same.
no, no, no. Mm-mm,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
By the way, I'm sorry that if I made you nervous when I left. He forgot to take my ability to unlock and lock doors. And I left a note on your bed. I just
Oh, well,
I didn't want you to worry, so I left a note.
yeah.
And then I told Jamie because I passed him in the hallway.
Well, I don't know about that because I didn't ask Jamie, but also I was, I needed like a minute, so
I understand.
I slept
I'm
in the mess room on the couch just because it was like,
I'm sorry I punched you.
hey, I don't know what was up, but also it didn't feel personal.
I didn't think I was punching you.
I mean, I didn't think that you would
Okay.
punch
Did you
me.
get the messages? The message that I sent before? You asked me a thing
Oh, the
I made
message
before I went to
from
sleep. And then I know I sent an automated message, or I set an automated message to send.
I got a message from the day before you resigned as a marshal.
Oh. Yeah.
I'll pull out my data link. And do I have what she was talking about?
You should still
Yeah.
have it on your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent that.
Yeah, but that was like, did you not send that absolutely years ago?
Yeah.
Did
I
you?
mean, I also resent it, so it could just be the resent version.
Okay.
I didn't want to leave.
I don't understand why Montel would say that you couldn't have that the only way that you could bereave your parents, which is total bullshit, would be to leave the Marshalls and then change your name. That is what I'm
So
having trouble with.
after she denied me 3 times, I received an offer. And I brought it to her. And I said, please give me something about this. Like, can you counter? Can you at least give me a week? And she said that it was my only choice, really. Then nobody would be mad at me if I took what was my only choice. The name change thing I must have written wrong because that wasn't Montel who told me to change my name.
Maybe I read
But
it
I
wrong.
don't know. That was years ago. I don't remember what I wrote.
You said, and I'll pull it open. They say I'll have to change my name.
Oh, that must have been Wayland Yutani.
Why would you have to change your name?
Because Emma Baker does not sound like... It is not a powerful name. It is the name of a secretary.
It's the name of a fucking colonial marshal?
Apparently people don't respect certain names.
No, apparently Wayland Yutani is fucking dumb.
I don't know. I don't understand it. I think a lot of the politics stuff is annoying. That's why I don't want to go much higher, to be honest with you. I hate the politics. I'd like to go back to being a marshal, but I doubt that would happen.
Remind me, Game Mother, if you don't mind. Montel isn't actually a marshal anymore, right? Or is she?
No, she's like the head up. She's like one of the director kind of people.
Of the marshals, or is
Yeah,
she just
of the
okay?
marshals. It's like the marshals do have their own.
Yeah, we have like a hierarchy.
Yeah, it's like it's but yeah, it's like the U.S. colonial. It's like the U.S. It's not the USCMC, but it's something similar.
It's the Colonial Marshal Bureau, which
Yeah.
is underneath the United Americas. I know that much.
Yeah.
I learned things about the game. Sort of.
It's the Office of the Colonial Marshals, the OCM.
Okay.
Okay. And she would be like one of the top kind of. She oversees a lot of like stations and the marshals of the stations, because you have the colonial marshal and then the deputies.
Okay.
So you're like the top of Novgorod, and
Yeah.
then she's like your superior. Like
Okay.
she's basically your area manager. She oversees like the all the stations within a certain system. So she is high up on the board.
Yeah, I don't think they would accept an agent to be a marshal again. I don't think they would trust they wouldn't send information to the company.
Yeah, there's no way that you're going to be a marshal again. 'Cause
Correct.
you worked for Wayland Yutani. My concern is a little bit more of why she was denying rightful leave.
I don't
And
know.
then also, I mean, just her overall willingness to work with Wayland Yutani is a little, no offense, but a little suspicious to me.
Yeah, about that, you do have a written agreement that binds you to working with this crew on this mission until its end.
But then
Yeah.
she told me to leave. She told me that I was done, which is
With that
odd.
investigation. The investigation isn't the mission.
Right. My understanding from her is that I was not on a mission, I was on an investigation.
Oh. Yeah, I don't trust her. I don't know what's going on with her.
Yeah.
Anyway. We're gonna be going into, I don't know, after Alba. I don't know where we're headed. Sebastopol isn't where it's supposed to be. So I'm not sure if we go that way and check out, or if Joshua or Tavin have more information that I'm not yet briefed on. But we're gonna have to work together. All of us.
I mean, I have a lot of communication to do once I get to Alba because if my portion is over, then would probably be catching a different ship back to Novgorod. I'm sure Tavin would be very excited to see me leave the ship.
I hope it's not done. This is the first time in 4 years? 5 years? that I've been able to be on the ground with somebody I can trust. I miss that. You know, this kind of a mission. This kind of a mission is usually happens right before a promotion.
Sorry.
I know. I know.
I saw Avery's face.
It's hard to keep a straight face, isn't it?
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Ghosty.
Oh, don't worry. I don't mind. I'm
Okay.
trying not to laugh.
Do you think you're gonna get promoted from this mission?
No, I hope not. But this is what usually happens, right? You get a big mission, you get something for the company that's staggeringly large, and all of a sudden you don't get to be around normal people anymore. You have to start seeing people as
What would you be
numbers
getting
on
for them?
spreadsheets. What?
What would you be getting for them?
What do you mean?
I don't understand what you're getting for them. Is it
Everything
just
we've gotten from Arceon?
from-
That
from
alone.
information?
Information is usually what I get. But what if we can find out what happened to Sevastopol? That
Okay.
is anything. That sort of information. I know I'm supposed to want to go further. Don't want to. Won't get to see you again, probably.
Yeah, probably not.
I know it's not about the money for you, it's about the job.
Hmm.
It's that way for me too. I miss being able to do what we used to do. You don't want to stick with me just for that? Even if Montel says no?
That's not fair.
What do you mean?
I'm a marshal. I protect people at colonies, stations, wherever that I'm assigned to is where I
No.
do the most. You are one of my only friends. Playing to my emotional connection to you as a reason to stay on a mission past what the Marshal Bureau is intending is incredibly unfair because it puts me in a position to have to tell you no, which we both know I will do.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't expect anything less. You haven't really changed that much, and I like that you haven't.
Thank you.
You are the only friend I have.
That doesn't make sense.
And the only other person I can trust with any amount of trust the wrong word. I know within certain bounds what he's going to do is my boss. We're going to be in a situation where very likely somebody's going to lose their life. I don't know what we're walking into, but I want you to be there if that's within your ability to do.
That's not up to me or you.
Yeah. But if you are, if we get lucky, which I'm not saying we will, this whole mission has been one bad luck after another. At least we'll have a little more time before you go back to being the only person worth being a marshal. And I become whatever the company makes of me. You want a Tootsie Roll?
How old is it?
I don't think it's too old. It's in one of the prefab meals. You know, the kind of like the ones that like they're more like packaged more like MREs, so they have a little Tootsie Roll in them.
Mm-hmm.
You want one?
No, but thank
Oh.
you.
Okay. They're not very popular anymore, you know. To order
It's
them special.
kind of like chewing on rubber a little bit.
No, I mean the MRE style prefabs.
Well, yeah, 'cause there's better choices now.
But they didn't remake it in the new style.
What, Tootsie Rolls? Yeah, because they...
No, the meal. Okay, now you're just playing with me.
They're kind of mid. Ah!
Tootsie Rolls are the level of sweetness I can take. I still don't understand how you can drink Cokes.
Because they're delicious.
But they hurt the
It's
drink.
not like it used to be. It's not multiple Coca-Colas all day, every day. It's like
Yeah, I
once
noticed
a week.
that. And no smoking, no drinking. All good things.
Mm-hmm. I like to be in control.
I understand that. I wanted to be in control. That's why they gave me the medicine.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
You seem uncomfortable.
You said they gave you the medicine because you like to be in control.
Of my emotions. What?
Why didn't you press charges? You're You were a marshal.
I wasn't when that happened.
So?
You guys would have.
Prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law?
There was no evidence. There were no samples. Nobody took
Why
pictures of the bruises.
didn't you press charges?
My word against his. No security cameras. No recordings. He said he always wanted to do it to a marshal. I thought he wanted you.
I'm sorry, who?
I can't tell you.
Yes, you can. You can 100% tell me.
NDA.
I don't give a shit
I
about
do.
an NDA.
My head.
So you're gonna look me in the face and tell me that you think someone wanted to assault me, but they did it because they could get to you.
Yes. He said as much.
Do I know this person?
No.
Andrea.
Carrigan.
It's not cute. It's not funny. It's fucking serious.
I haven't told anybody about any of this, and it's really uncomfortable. I'm going to be very honest with you.
I can get this information from you, or I can do what I do best.
It's taken care of. He's not anywhere that he will pose an issue. It was taken care of internally.
So he's a Wayland Yutani person.
Yeah.
Okay. Carrigan is visibly a little irritated. Not necessarily at you, a little bit at you, but a little bit other reasons. And she's gonna get up and she's gonna go walk down to the mess hall because she's getting to the point where she's gonna start pushing in a not nice way to somebody that she is regaining friendship with. And so I'll go down to the
Do
mess
it.
hall. And I am going to message Montel. And then I'm going to message some of my deputies from Novgorod and ask them to get me anything that I can access about Wayland Yutani agents that would have been in the same group as in Andrea Maxwell about 4 to 5 years ago, and if anybody drops off of those or is transferred.
Yeah, you're
And
able
I'll
to
send that.
do that. No problem at all. Is there anything else you wish to do?
I don't know what other sources Carrigan would have, but if she has any other sources that can get her information from Wayland Yutani, she'll reach out to them. Oh, yeah, actually, she's gonna send a message to her dad and be like, what I said on Alba stands. If I see you, I will arrest you. That being said, someone assaulted Emma Baker, my former partner, 4 to 5 years ago, and apparently they wanted it to be me. I will be willing to talk with you if you get me information. And I'll send that off.
Okay. No problem. I'll make sure what avenues you can go down through the week, and I'll get stuff that you can get back.
Cool.
Okay.
I would like to go talk to Joshua again.
Yeah.
We could probably do that next episode because we're almost at 3:30.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I want to get this because this is in the travel, so I want to get this done so that we can start next. Anyway, so
That's fine.
but yeah, you're able to kind of go and find Joshua. If Carrigan's went to the mess hall, I'd probably say that at that point Joshua isn't there. So, Joshua, where would you be at this kind of? This is like a few days in, or like a few days left of travel.
Usually in my bunk if I'm not in the mess.
Okay, yeah. So you'd be able to find, I'm in the bunk, and as you get there, Jamie would probably just kind of take that as his instance to leave and go and start that day's training with Tavin.
I have to know, does Sleep Buddy stay in the mess hall, or does he go back to one of the... We need to know where Sleep Buddy is!
Probably in the mess hall. That's where he got left.
Yeah. And he wasn't in good speaking terms with Jamie at the end, so...
Hey Joshua, you got a minute?
Yeah. What's up? I'm just reading.
Yeah. Well, first I want to say I'm sorry for all the problems I caused.
You don't need to apologize. It's just, it is what it is.
We're going into a situation where I feel like the hostility between Tavin and Carrigan is going to be at a boiling point.
Yeah, they kind of need to work their shit out like grown-ups.
Do you think we could institute like a mediation sort of situation?
No. Those
No?
two are either gonna have to figure it out.
Okay,
Carrigan is
but
gonna have to not be aggressive, and Tavin's not gonna have to be an asshole. That's how that's gonna get resolved.
Okay, but every time that she gets aggressive, he leaves.
Yeah, that's because he avoids it because he doesn't want to be a complete asshole.
Okay. I don't know Tavin. Okay, I don't know him well. I've tried to give him the space he needs. Is this a risk to us going forward and going forward in the session?
No, when shit hits the fan, they'll figure it out.
You think that Tavin will not leave?
No, he wants the $1 million.
That the only reason he's here? Not for you?
Well, I'm his friend, but I'm not like his boyfriend.
Also, fair warning. Carrigan kind of feels like you were hitting on her. Were you?
Oh, I was trying to explain what a compliment was. And why she should like take them and not recoil in like utter disgust. What? Wait, what? What did Carrigan say?
She said that she felt like you said her shampoo smelled good.
No, I said. I had told Carrigan she had a solid right cross, and she went, ew, 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 ew. And I said, why do you not take a compliment? And she goes, of course, I'm a Marine and a Marshal. I got a badass Red Cross. Right?
She does.
And I was like, okay, but I paid you a compliment. She's like, well, I don't need a compliment for my right hook. I got a right hook. I was like, cool, dope. I'm like, do you not understand how compliments work? And she went, come again? And I went, for example, if you, I said, for example, I don't remember the exact words. It's been a couple days, but I said, for example, like take somebody's hair. Like if you like they wear their hair down, somebody would be like, oh, your hair is nice. And then I said, I think she said, why is hair nice? And I said, well, you know, it's pretty to look at because it's shiny and it feels nice to run your hands through it. I ran my hands through my hair to emphasize the point. And then I said, well, and then sometimes like if you use nice shampoo, people would be like, oh, your hair smells nice. You know, like a husband would be like, oh, baby, your hair smells great. That new shampoo you're using is good. Like, I didn't say hair. I was explaining hair in the context of a compliment. And then she went, I'm leaving. Wait, no?
I think she have a crush on her.
She's cute, but I'm well, I guess I'm a widower now, but like, or a widower now, but like, I was married. I'm not trying to. Oh Lord.
Look, I don't know if she's had any partners in the time that we, since I was last working with her. I can tell you that it probably set her off that you were talking about, like, did you imply that she should let down her hair at all? Or like
It's a compliment.
Okay, so most likely
I don't think I told her to let her hair down. I was using hair as an example. I might have said take your hair, for example, to use it as a compliment.
So like
if she
was to let her hair down, then somebody would say it was pretty or something like that.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I was trying to explain a compliment and how like she like should be okay getting them. Cause like when I complimented her punch, she was like, yeah, duh, no worries. I was like,
okay, how do you take compliments?
I take them fine. I'm a good surgeon. I'm a good medic. I got decent abs. Some women find me attractive. I mean, my wife married me. I gotta have something that's complimentary.
And you produced a child. So there's something there.
That was a thing.
I would assume that Carrigan and I are similar in the idea that if you compliment our appearances, we are likely to be put off by it, assuming that you are trying to make advances.
No. I
totally understand. I don't see you as making advances, but like I can see where the jump is.
Good, because I can't.
You're not a woman. You ever see those things? Like, I'm trying to think of what would be a contemporary. I only got to see a very small amount of media, but I do remember some show where it was implied that women and men think very differently.
Are you talking like men are from
No,
Mars and women
wait,
are from
what?
Earth or Venus or whatever?
Are they? That would be news to me.
I don't know. My wife used to tell me all the time, I can see why you're from Mars.
What?
And I was like,
But you're not
no,
from
I'm
Mars.
actually. No, I know that. I never understood it, but I mean, whatever.
No, it was something about like some test to see if you understood women.
Clearly, I have produced a child and one of them married me, so I understand women to some extent.
To some extent. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's just you don't understand marshals.
No, I understand marshals.
Okay.
They do their job. Some are corrupt, some are not. You bribe the ones that are corrupt, you don't bribe the ones that aren't.
The ones near the core, so corrupt though.
Yes, exactly. Those are the ones you bribe.
The first time I saw a marshal take a bribe, I think I nearly fainted.
Yeah. It can be shocking. I could see that.
Anyway, we're gonna be landing soon.
Mhm.
We should probably orchestrate a time to get the two of them to work out their differences.
And you think with how Carrigan reacted to me trying to explain a compliment that it's going to work out with getting her and Tavin in a room?
If it doesn't, I can become a uniting force that they can both hate.
Yeah, right. Because your pint-sized ass can be hateable.
Didn't both you and Tavin assume the worst of me when I came on this ship?
Well, I never assume the worst. I just plan for the worst and hope for the best.
I can pretend to be a suit.
You don't have to pretend you are a suit.
Not the kind that you expected.
So far, you've proven my understanding of suits to be not horrendous.
I'm glad I'm not horrible.
Not yet. You're
I
like
can be.
problematic at times, but not bad.
Yeah, especially when I, well asleep, tried to vent the entire ship. That was a
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah.
Did Sleep Bunny find an okay place to rest? I left him in a bed.
I think he's in the mess hall. He's like, him and Jamie were arguing about something about cereal, and then Jamie stormed out, and then I talked to him about women and how, like, why can't I explain a compliment? Like, if I can't explain a compliment to Carrigan, who used to be a Marine, maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should have went, hey, shithead,
Yeah,
you
maybe.
got a good right cross. And if she said,
Maybe.
duh, I'd have been like, you should go eat a crayon because you earned it.
Maybe.
Instead of trying to explain compliments as in like, oh, it's nice.
I am worried now, though, knowing that both you and Jamie have spoken to Sleep Buddy. Is it a group hallucination of a personified creature? Do we need a psyche valve for the whole team?
No, you should go talk to Sleep Buddy, and then you can put your theory to the test.
I don't want.
Trust me, it's good for you.
Okay. But we're getting away from the point a little bit. We do need to make sure that they don't kill each other.
They won't.
Joshua,
Yes, that is my name.
if this doesn't go well, it's my head.
Obviously, you're the company person. You didn't think we knew that?
It seems to have become something of a investigation.
You mean it wasn't from the start where Jack said, hey, go to this place and figure out what's doing this and bring it
What
back to me?
happened? Right. Which we can't go to because it doesn't exist in that place anymore. By the way, do you or Tavin have, I assume you've spoken to Tavin, do you know anything other than Sevastopol as to where we should go next?
No, I was told we were going to Alba and then
Oh, but then
Sebastopol.
Sevastopol. It's not there.
News to me.
It's not there. It's either been knocked out of orbit or destroyed. One of the two.
Well, that if it's destroyed, then that would. Does that mean? Remember in the briefing where Jack said, "Hey, a thing got destroyed, but I can't
Yes.
tell you what it is." What if it
Yeah.
was Sebastopol that got destroyed?
Possibly. He has not sent me any other information.
Okay. So Alba, and then figure out from
Alba.
there. Somehow head off the fight between Carrigan and Tavin, and then I now have to be like, "Hey, Carrigan, my bad."
I'll explain to her as well.
Okay.
But I don't know if Tavin's willing to talk to me because of our last conversation. And it would be nice if there were avenues of conversation
Okay.
open to
I got a plan. I got a plan. We get to Alba, right?
Yeah.
We find a Airbnb.
What the fuck's an Airbnb?
Yeah, we find a place to rent because we're going to be there for like a day or two, I assume.
Probably.
Then we okay. We y'all go out and I will make dinner. And we sit down and we have dinner like a team. And we laugh and we joke and we put our bullshit behind us and we finish the mission and we all get paid and the contracts are done and we all go home and I get my food and drinks on the beach from a triple boob woman.
Why 3? Why 3 boobs?
Talk to sleep, buddy. It's a thing.
I'll ask Sleep Buddy. But yes, I do hope that all of you get your due.
Yeah. And then when I'm done, I'll get back with the thing that's most important to me.
Your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We good?
You saved my life multiple times, yes. More than good.
Yeah, when you want to talk about that other stuff.
What other
know.
stuff?
Other stuff.
What
The
other
stuff you don't want to talk about.
I've already given Carrigan too much. She's gonna make an issue of this. So I guess it doesn't matter if you hear it too. Ask questions. I'll see if I
It's
can
not
answer.
It's not my place to ask questions. It's your place to tell me what you need and then I fix it.
What I need, according to the doctors, is either the medication or therapy.
So, hanging out with me and talking to Sleep Buddy. Gotcha.
talking. Why is Sleep Buddy? I do not believe. Look, I've had some nightmares the past little while. I've had some hallucinations the past little while. I'm not willing to
We've all had
believe.
hallucinations.
I'm not. Yeah, you had some on the derelict.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to ask you about that actually. Did the
Yeah,
little
well,
girl look familiar at all?
yeah, I mean, in the right light, yeah, sure.
Oh. Anything you want to talk about?
Not right now. But here, let's
I'll go talk
sum it
to
up like
Sleep
this.
Buddy.
You go talk to Slave Buddy, and then we'll land on Alba, and I'll make dinner like I would for when I pissed off my wife, and we'll all have a meal, and it'll be good.
Sounds great. I'll go talk to Sleep Buddy.
Sweet. I'm gonna go back to reading my book that I had upside down.
Okay. Yeah, you both go separate ways back. We've already rolled for the flight to Alba, so Tavin,
Yes.
you begin to fly into kind of orbit of planet Alba. You put out your messages to land, but you don't receive any confirmation or anything like that back. But there does, from here, there does look as if there's a lot of cloud cover. And just from experience, you can imagine it could just be communication kind of thing. So while you are piloting in, I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Hey. 48.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Okay. Okay. As you begin to reach the atmosphere and start coming in, this cloud cover, which it's the exact same cloud cover as before, as you kind of break through the clouds, there is a heavy fog that is just rolled out throughout this location. You use your instruments and piloting experience to kind of guide almost blindly into the landing zone. You're able to see kind of like the odd little lights and stuff like that that can guide you in. You all land, no problems at all, and you open up the door into Alba. As the four of you kind of step out, are you, or Tavin, are you, see when you're wearing the full suit, are you also wearing the helmet?
No, because we're on a planet.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even be wearing the full suit. We've landed on a planet.
Okay.
So no, because we had just landed. So I'd probably be wearing the suit, but I had to take the helmet off.
No, that's fine. As you all kind of step off into this fog that just seems strangely thick. You all realize this isn't fog. The smell is of smoke, of burning material. And as you slowly try and peer through this smoke, you do start to see flickers throughout in distance that is nothing else but flames spread throughout. And that's where we're going to end today's episode. We have went really fucking late.
Yeah.
So, yes, thank you everybody for joining us on this episode. We will be back next week for episode 14. We hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and enjoy your week to come. Have a wonderful time, and we shall see you next time. Bye!
Bye bye.